We're checking out Rainbow Mountain, or Manga Kakeramia today. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're about 26 kilometers south of Rotorua, and this mountain of volcanic origin has plenty of geothermal activity around it, including some wonderful crater lakes. So it's good to see the forest coming back. This is secondary growth, most likely. A lot of the original growth was taken out by the volcano, and they did actually log this area in the early part of the 20th century. They used a lot of prison labor for that, so it looks like it's had about 100 years, a little bit less than 100 years of regrowth time, and it's really starting to come back. A lot of bird sounds too, so it's good to see that native wildlife is active in the area. You can see the plant life behind me is thriving despite the harsh conditions of the geothermal areas. Geothermal areas are normally really harsh environments for plants to grow because the soil is highly acidic, and also the plants are facing really toxic gases that are vented from the geothermal areas. The soil is also rich in trace minerals and elements that are not found anywhere else. So adaptation to this environment is critical if the plants are going to survive. But over the last 100 years, geothermal activity has lessened in this area, which has lowered the soil temperature and given the plants a better chance to adapt to these harsh conditions. You can see the crater lake behind me, full of volcanic minerals, which when that light hits the water, those particles suspended in the water reflect and give us that blue color. We've learned from other videos that blue color you can get from glacial silt. You can also get it from volcanic minerals like we've seen in Bajos del Toros, Costa Rica, like we've seen in Rio Celeste, Costa Rica, other volcanic regions. So you can see these streaks of red ochre in the rock here are actually what give Rainbow Mountain its name. The appearance of the rainbow of colors in the rock. The red is red ochre, which I know they use for paints, and they probably use it for dyes. And traditionally, the Maori in this region would trade the red ochre with other Maori tribes for such commodities as shark oil and greenstone, which is what they call jade here in New Zealand. So here we are, the summit of Rainbow Mountain. Little viewpoint up here. You can see 360 degrees around. Unfortunately, most of what you see up here is farmland. In the distance, I can see some thermal venting, some big thermal vents over there. You can see a couple of the lakes. Can't see the blue lake that we saw earlier though. But all in all, eventful day out here at Rainbow Mountain. So Rainbow Mountain is a wahi tapu for the Maori people, which is a sacred place, most likely because of the resource, the ochre that enabled them to trade and get other resources from other tribes. I'm sure it also has some other cultural significance, probably in like a creation myth or some sort of ancient legend that they tell. I'm just not too familiar with that aspect of it, but I do know it is a wahi tapu, or taboo place, or sacred place for the local Maori.
Infamous.